everybody to the 3-Dub Hall of Fame ceremony here tonight in New York City. And guys, I am your host, Dewey Danielson, and we have a spectacular lineup of superstars receiving the highest honors, being inducted into the 3-Dub Hall of Fame class of Season 8. Guys, tonight's activities are brought to you by the 3-Dub merch shop. Be sure to check out 3dub.myspreadshop.com to get your TB8 shirt or your Hall of Fame class shirt going on now. Guys, what a night we have planned, and we're going to get things started with the general manager of Takedown. Welcome, the General Manager of Takedown, Clarence Fletcher Townsend. Well, General Manager he may be, and he does have a big night ahead of him tonight hosting the Hall of Fame. But guys, at the big event, he will be stepping inside of this ring, not with a suit on, but with some wrestling gear on as he looks to take on Drew Tanner in a Port City street fight. Man, oh man. Finally, Tanner's going to get a chance to get his hands on the general manager, but that's at TB8, guys. This is the Hall of Fame, and let's see what CFT has for us tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Worldwide Wrestling Hall of Fame class of Season 8. Before we begin our ceremonies this evening, first off, I would like to acknowledge SPJ, who could not make it this evening. However, he does send his regards. Tonight, however, we will have 3 inductees take their place in the hallowed halls of the 3-Dub Hall of Fame amongst various legends and figures in 3-Dub history. Here, our first inductee this evening is one of the most iconic tag teams in 3-Dub history, and here to induct the right wing into the 3-Dub Hall of Fame, here's fellow Hall of Famer Ryan Beerjaw.
That's right, Ryan Beerjaw, one half of the Bearded Revival tag team, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame last year, Season 7. Long time rivalry with the right wing back in Seasons 3 and Seasons 4. What a respectful inductor this is going to be. Ryan Hills for his... Wait a minute, is he not wearing any shoes? Oh my goodness.
Gentlemen of 3-Dub, it is my honor tonight, as a Hall of Famer myself, to introduce to you the next tag team to join the ranks of the Worldwide Wrestling Hall of Fame. This company, 3-Dub, offers its fair share of prestigious titles to chase after during your career. But one of the greatest accomplishments a wrestler can earn is their seat at the Hall of Famers table. And more impressively, these two guys did it dressed to the nines. Jason Thomas was your 3-Dub heavyweight champion. He was your world heavyweight champion. And he was your first ever undisputed champion. That alone should be enough to earn this man his seat at the table. But pair him together with his tag partner Cody James, and these men were a force to be reckoned with. On 3 separate occasions, they had their hands on those tag team titles, and as someone who spent a lot of time in the ring against them, let me tell you, they earned it. For the past 5 years, they have fought tooth and nail, giving this company some of the greatest matches you've ever seen in this ring. Since Season 2, they have shown themselves to be a staple in this company. So without further ado, And with a huge round of applause, let's give it up for Jason Thomas, Cody James, the right wing.
Introducing the first inductee to the Season 8 Hall of Fame class, Jason Thomas and Cody James, the right wing. That's right, guys. Jason Thomas, representing the whole of the right wing, is Cody James unable to be with us here tonight. He does send his regards. Very thankful to be a part of Worldwide Wrestling, as is Jason Thomas, a former World Heavyweight Champion, the first undisputed champion, the exact one that Dylan Mason will defend at the Big Event 8. And this man right here, part of that seismic shift that Worldwide Wrestling took on, and transforming into the new era of what we know today. Well-deserved long career for Jason Thomas and the right wing. Let's hear what our first inductees have to say here tonight, guys.
Before I get started, let's thank Ryan Hills for that introduction. That was phenomenal, more than I could have ever expected. I also want to speak on Cody's behalf. He's not going to be giving an acceptance speech, but he does thank everybody at 3Dub. He enjoyed his time at 3Dub, our tag team run. So on behalf of Cody James from the right wing, thank you. But I do have some things that I would like to say and share. I want to thank Drew, Matt 8-Star. There are so many people within 3Dub. For me, this all got started just one day on Facebook. There's, these group pages that might pop up. I'm sure everybody's seen stuff on Facebook this way. Maybe that's how some people got started in 3Dub. And I saw, Worldwide Wrestling. So I took a look at it and got accepted into this private group. And I was like, this is actually pretty cool. If you're a fan of wrestling, who hasn't wanted to be a wrestler at some point in time? So to get that chance to be a character, I was immediately drawn in. I got my friend, Cody, he bought into it as well, and we joined. And we're creating this idea. And we thought it'd be really funny to be these super right-wing people. And in today's environment, that doesn't really work, because a lot of people might get real upset with their beliefs. And that was one reason it also kind of ended as quickly as it did. But it fit at the time, because at that time there was the Steel Stable, and the Steel Stable was dressed to the nines, and it had amazing talent. So that's pretty much what got it going with the right wing. And we took off running from there. It was back then, it was written promos, and I still think I'm better at a written promo than I am a spoken promo. Just my mind works more creatively that way. So that's how it got started. But I don't want my speech to be about what Ryan talked about. Those things are amazing. For me, it's about reflection. So that's kind of where I want this speech to go. So I'm not sure if I've already mentioned, but I want to thank everybody at 3Dub. And I mean everybody, even the people who I haven't met over the last couple of years. If it wasn't for things in my own personal life, I'd probably still be a part of 3Dub. Maybe not maybe as a character, maybe not as a character, but working with people like me and Drew, I felt like Drew was my next door neighbor. So I really want to thank him, everybody that was involved in like this creative process. James Black, he was in the Steel Stable. He was there before me and Cody got in there. And he's like somebody that you want to be and you look up to. It's something that you want to compete with, and that's huge in this business. Matt 8-Star. Matt was like, in the business, he was the John Cena. This was a guy who was just always the good guy. And I loved writing promos, talking on one of the first podcasts that 3Dub tried and did, and just making fun of this guy because it's so easy to do. But he takes it, he does it. In like real life, people would fight, and me and Cody would be dead for the things that we said. So, Matt, thank you for not doing that and just understanding that like this is just a game. I want to thank, I'm not sure, I'm gonna mess up his name, but I want to thank Jeroen also. We also work creative, behind the scenes, and in the ring. And he stepped aside at times, and I can't say enough, like, for some of those individual accolades to have happened. And later on, when you get to the point I'm at now, you wish it would have gone a different way. Like, man, you know what? Like, I think he would have been better off in this position. And that's the thing that I miss. I can't give it my all. That's the thing in this business. You have to be able to give it your all. And so yeah, another person I want to thank there is Jeroen. Sorry if I'm getting your name though. I'm getting it wrong. I'm sorry. I want to thank pretty much anybody that I ever had a match with, or anybody that I tried to work with creatively, even if it was behind the scenes, because like, some of these other people might have had better ideas or whatever, and maybe those got pushed aside and the individual or tag team accolades happened. So I thank all of you for that. So I really can't say enough, because when Ryan reads that list, it's like I don't know if I really did deserve it or if I earned that. And but I always did try my best. I'll say that. I even want to thank, I'm not sure if it's taboo here, but to say the Red Army. It was maybe the biggest rivalry I had. And working with them was a delicate process that you have to handle. So, and I tried my best. I'm not saying I was perfect at it, and maybe I didn't do the right thing for them, but I do want to thank them, for what they did, because without them, the character of Jason Thomas doesn't reach these levels. Without Drew, James, Matt, Ryan, any of the other tag teams I was with, any of the other individuals I worked with, I'm not anything. I'm not anybody. I am proud of the on-screen, on YouTube character that you've seen on the podcasts. Like, we did a few of them only. So proud of those things. The things I'm most proud of, maybe, though, are the behind-the-scenes things. Like, Drew might know or knows the best of staying up late. And I mean, we're at different time zones, but late even for me, working on stories, trying so hard to nail the perfect story. And sometimes they worked, and sometimes what you think is a good idea isn't a good idea. And I know that firsthand. I created the Joker character and put myself in Joker face paint, and it didn't go over that well. So I know about bad ideas. But I'm glad that bad idea was, used on me. We didn't put it onto somebody else. But yes, like the amount of effort that goes into creating a show, which like the shows that are created now are way, way better than what I helped to do. I hope that I was helping and to get Drew to where I think 3Dub should be. And that's when I knew if I can't give it my all, if you really can't give everything, then I'm just holding him back, and if I'm holding him back, then I'm holding everybody back. So again, I thank Drew and I apologize for anything I've done that wasn't the right direction, because that working, on creative and making the shows like, and then seeing the comments from people or seeing where a rivalry might go or how somebody does that's like, those are the things that I really look back on and mean the most to me. The accolades are great, individual or tag team, but the amount of effort that it takes to put on these shows is, the most rewarding part. So I've been running on for a while here, but I want to thank everybody at 3Dub, past, present, and future. It's a great idea. I wish it was something that like could be there are so many dumb things on YouTube where people are making just money that they could never spend in 10 lifetimes. And then you have people like Drew, Matt, Jeroen, and James Black, and anybody else that's working on it now, that like are just doing it for their own free time. And I know that grind. And one day I hope it turns into something, because that is talent, while opening up blind boxes is not. So again, I will always have a soft spot for 3Dub. I care deeply about the people, like I said, especially the old school people, the people that have been around since day one. Without you guys, I'm not making this speech. And to some people, this might sound silly, but like it really isn't. Like it's fun and it's rewarding, and I am beyond ecstatic. I'm really proud, to be in the 3Dub Hall of Fame. Maybe I can make it in more than one time. That would be cool. But so again, thank all of you, and take this business to the top.
Jason Thomas, your first inducted into the class of Season 8 Hall of Fame here in 3Dub. What a well-deserved career for the right wing and Jason Thomas. Well, let's take it to CFT.
Our second inductee this evening was a trailblazer in the women's division, a 6-time women's champion and a megastar to boot. And here to induct the Queen Megastar into the Hall of Fame, Sandi Starz. Here's the co-owner of Worldwide Wrestling, Matt 8-Star.
Welcome, Hall of Famer, Matt 8-Star, part of that illustrious Hall of Fame, already from Season 3. Long-time Hall of Fame, long-time veteran, big name in worldwide wrestling. A lot of accomplishments in the newly established Blaze brand. Making his way back to Takedown, and guys, we know what kind of business he's getting into at the Big Event 8, guys. It could very well be his last ride, unless he can beat Juice James, who is on his final Big Event road. And guys, let's gonna see what Matt has to say.
Over the last 6 years, I've gotten to know these women pretty well. But none of them better than Sandi, the woman who revolutionized the women's division in 3W. For 6 years, she's held the World Heavyweight title 6 times. It's hard to imagine. Maybe 6 times. And she never gave in. She never gave up. Leader of the Star Squad. Bearded Revival. Megastars. I mean, there's no ends to what Sandi Fabian can do. But you think about things she did outside of 3W. Movies, commercials. I mean, it's never enough. But the one thing she did that means most to anybody was she held the women's division together. She was literally the glue that held this division together. So, without further ado, it is my great, grand pleasure to announce the Season 8 Hall of Fame, Sandi Fabian.
And the next entrant into the class of Season 8. Yeah, looking better than ever. Sandi Starz. Sandi Starz, guys, nobody has ever done it, male or female, before she has, and that is win 6 world championships. Got a big matchup at the Big Event 8 against Cruella the Vamp. We see what happened on Takedown, and you know she's looking to get a little bit of revenge. Let's see what she has here.
Wow. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. Whew. And I have the tears come out. You know, who would have thought seeing Sandi Starz in the Hall of Fame, seeing a female like me in the Hall of Fame, and I used to just see everybody getting inducted before me, and never once did I think that my time was coming up. And now it's here. And do I have a pre-written speech? Absolutely not. If I had it, I'd already be starting it. So let's just keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all the men that have assisted in putting this company on the map. And of course, for all the women that have done everything that they could in breaking out in a company that is predominated by men. And honestly, being in Hollywood spotlight with Sandi Starz, being in 3W as Sandi Starz, it isn't easy being on the big screen and being on the mat, but I know I kick some mega ass. Which brings me to the Megastars. Boys, you have Hall of Famer now. Thank you guys. I appreciate each one of your handsome, athletic, and talented selves. You guys have elevated this industry in more ways than one. And I'll be here looking and cheering you guys on. You gentlemen have revived the talent and make them strive for more. And speaking of revivals, the Bearded Revival, the Revival, you boys took me in under your wing when I was just some girl trying to break into worldwide wrestling. I learned and grew from each and every one of you, both in the ring, perfecting my work, being ringside with you all and seeing you all in action and being a part of helping me grow. I have that etched in me. I definitely like to say that you guys inspired the Sandi Starz part for the women's revolution of 3W. And this brings me to the lovely ladies of 3W. Me being a first 6-time champ and a Hall of Famer, all I can say is suck on that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In all seriousness, me being Sandi Starz, I only innovated so much. Half of the rest came from each and every one of you ladies. To Athena and Bella, thank you too for giving me the hardest battles of my career. We always threw the house down. And to all the girls here, keep on tearing it down. And remember, anything boys can do, girls can do better. We can bring life, and we can kick ass. And to conclude such an honor, there's only one more major thank you, and that's to the Star Squad. Without you all, there would be no Sandi Starz, and there would be no 3W for all we know. Thank you all. I love you all. Mwah! Sandi Starz out.
All right, the second entrant, well-deserved Sandi Starz. Oh, wait a minute, what the hell? Oh man, into the steel steps, and what disrespect from Cruella the Vamp. In the wake of their big match coming up, and I'm sure somebody's gonna check on Sandi, but guys, not able to be in attendance with us here tonight, the first inductee into the hybrid wing of the 3W Hall of Fame is the hybrid general himself, Stephen Benoit Jericho, otherwise known as SBJ, who has made a huge footprint, not in EFED alone, but in 3W as well, establishing what is now known today, it would be known today as the Blaze brand. So congratulations to SBJ for joining the Hall of Fame. Guys, let's take it back down to the ring with CFT.
Our final inductee this evening helped form 3W as we know it, and without him, there may not be a Worldwide Wrestling today. The man has been a former world champion, a co-owner of the company, amongst various other roles, but here to tell you more about it and to induct Jeroen Mercury into the 3W Hall of Fame, once again, Matt Star.
Well, if you're a new viewer to Worldwide Wrestling, you might be wondering why all these superstars are so intent on having Matt Star as their inductor. Well, he hasn't always been the a-hole, if you will allow me to say that here, that he is today, and that would ultimately got him stumbled up into this match with Juice James. But guys, for the longest time, Matt Star, highly respected, although he still is. Let's see what he has here tonight for your room.
Oh, here we go with number 2. For 5 years, Jeroen Mercury has become more than a friend, more than a co-owner, more than a world heavyweight champion. Through the PXW and ECW days, he helped mend the bridges rather than destroy them. For 5 years, he has been truly a friend. Jeroen, you have meant so much more to 3W, so much more to UCW, so much more to PXW, just because you were in it. I could have easily just said, oh, Dylan Mason, go enjoy. You're doing your thing over in PXW or UCW, been doing it here, have fun right off into the sunset. No. He didn't do that because he knew that they needed to come home. They needed to come back to 3W, where so many others started off. He has truly been a friend not only to me, not only to Drew, but countless others. He suspended me My friends suspended me. Most of you don't know, but a couple years ago, when I was burnt out, didn't give a damn what was going on anywhere for anything, his first act was to suspend me, to give me a break, and talk to me afterwards to bring everybody back where they belong, to bring me home. But more than being a world heavyweight champion, more than countless other titles, more than being a co-owner, Jeroen Mercury did the one thing that was better than all of that. He became a father. A title that comes with a lot of responsibility. But Jeroen, I know firsthand the kind of man you are, and I know you will knock that out of the park. So ladies and gentlemen, former World Heavyweight Champion, former co-owner, former guy who suspended me, and father, Jeroen Mercury.
And the final entrant in the Season 8 Hall of Fame class, Jeroen Mercury. All right, guys, the final inductee to the Class of Season 8 Hall of Fame. Long storied career, arguably the glue between 3Dub and all of the rival promotions, keeping everyone in line. Boy, look at it. This crowd loving every minute of your own. Getting inducted into the 3Dub Hall of Fame. What a deserving superstar this is right here, guys. Congratulations, Jeroen. Man. Listen to this place here in MSG. And you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you both for being here. Thank you for allowing me to step through the curtain one more time, to making my answers one more time, to stand in front of you and address you one final time. Tonight I'm not going to talk to you as the character Jeroen Mercury. I'm just going to talk to you from the bottom of my heart, because a lot has happened in my time here. I want to take the time to address the proper people. And I've spent so much fucking time writing a speech, thinking about what I was going to say. Now I'm standing here in front of you in the center of this ring, and I can't find the words. So I'm going to say, fuck that speech. I'm just going to freewheel it. Just going to do it, and we'll see what ship strands. Bear with me if I get emotional or whatever. First and foremost, Jason Thomas, Cody James, SBJ, Sandi Starz, congratulations. You've just hit the pinnacle of 3Dub, the Hall of Fame, alongside me. I'm so proud and honored to be in such great company. Jason and I have worked for the better part of Season 3 and 4 in a World Championship program, which was awesome, by the way. If you have the time, check it. It was great. And of course, a very good personal friend, Sandi, the Air Siren Starz. We've spent so much time talking, laughing, joking on video calls back in the days, and I miss those days at some point. It was great. The entire group was there. Dylan Mason, Jack Roll, Jimmy Shadow, Victor. I don't even know if I'm forgetting someone. Rainbow Wolf was there. A group of very solid friends. I've had the honor to work with So thank you all for being a part of this. Thank you all for making this possible, because you are as much important to my career as I am. I couldn't have done this all without your guidance, friendship, and everything. My next person that I need to thank is Corey Heck. Corey, I don't talk to you as much as I should, but you've been one of the most straightforward, stand-up fucking guys I've worked with. In the ring, outside of the ring, PXW, UCW, we've had our struggles, we figured that out, and we got along just fine in the end. And I'm sorry for not reaching out too much. Life is fucking hard now. Being a dad is so fucking, it's tiresome, guys. It's also really good, but I haven't spoken to most of you as much as I want to, or as I should. So Corey, thanks for being such a friend. I mentioned Low Self Doors already. Justin, Gio, Jimmy, the first 3 friends I had in EFED, really helped shape my career, my character, my promo work. So thank you guys for that. Jimmy, from the minute I first met you, we connected like instantly, and we've been working together for a long time. We never actually got to fight each other, and I'm glad that in my final match, 7 fucking years later, it worked, and it was you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to do that for me. Last but not least, Matt Drew. And you may know Drew as the business owner, as the booker, as the promoter, but I drew Drew as a person. And as a person, he's even better than he is at being a promoter and a booker and a commentator, for all that I care. Drew is a great family man, a great prayed-up man. We're his family too. He created this family. None of this would have been possible without him. So Drew, thank you for putting your faith in me as co-owner, as champion of your brand. Eternally grateful for that, Matt. Thanks for being such a good friend, for that great induction speech, and of course for putting faith in me when everyone else had given up when we jumped ship to UCW. Thank you so much. Last but not least, I want to thank Chris Harris, the owner who owns your own young shirt, and of course everyone here. The 3Dub family wouldn't have been possible without you. Nobody would be fucking watching this show if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've worn the moniker Weird 3Dub on my sleeve for a long as fucking time, and I still, to this day, believe that it is true. And I will keep believing that it's true. So please carry on being awesome, carry on being together, and carry on being 3Dub. For the final fucking time, Jeroen Mercury, checking out.
That will do it, guys, for our festivities here tonight. And look at this. One-time big rivals, and now today inducted into the Hall of Fame here together. They're saying one more match. I don't know. Hey. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here at the Class of Season 8 Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all of the inductees. And guys, we will see you at the big event 8. Enjoy your night, and thanks for coming.